Every person has a story. At Link Up Queensland, we help Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples reunite with family and culture. For more than 30 years, we have walked alongside members of our stolen generations, guiding them through the journey of healing and belonging. Today, we invite you to learn about our work, our process, and the impact that we make. Many Indigenous Australians were forcibly removed from their families as children. The impact of these separations echoes through generations. Link Up Queensland exists to reunite those who were taken with the families, stories and culture they lost.
My name's Glenn Utes. I was born and raised in Brisbane. I've lived here all my life. When I grew up not identifying as Aboriginal, that was mainly because Mum being removed when she was a young girl was never spoken about within the family. We were to say we were American Indian, so it's a bit hard to comprehend. So I just grew up with that. I always knew it was in my heart, but I'd heard a couple of little things when I was younger, and so I knew there was Aboriginal people in our family, you know. That I wanted to find out more about Mum's Aboriginality. I didn't know what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. Without Link Up, I would have never known any of the information I have. When I was given the opportunity to actually go out to Charleville, I had really no idea what would happen. I didn't have expectations, but I was also given the opportunity to take a support person, which is my eldest son I took with me, because he was always pretty spiritual. I then got to actually walk onto the country that my mum was born, and to do that and then pick that earth up and run through my hands was an unbelievable experience, because I didn't have connection to country as such prior to that, because all that was denied. So I could never speak highly enough of Link Up for what they'd done, especially for me personally. And then now throughout the years of seeing other people and speak to other people who've done the same stuff and been supported by Link Up, you couldn't ask for more support by all the staff. It doesn't matter. If you have a problem, you only got to ask, and help is there.
When a person reaches out to Link Up Queensland, their journey begins with understanding their story. Our research team carefully examines historical records, liaising with government archives and community connections to piece together lost family histories.
My name is Ruth Lowley and I'm the Research Manager at Link Up Queensland. The role of the research team is to conduct family history research and family history tracing. They do this by sourcing a large number and variety of records to put together complex family history reports, which are given to the client in a form of a letter, as well as genealogical family trees, so there's a visual of how someone fits in with their family. If I had to describe Link Up's services in one word, I would say restorative, to restore families, to restore strength of spirit, to restore pride, to restore the truth.
My name's Taj Minikon and I am a social and emotional wellbeing counsellor here at Link Up Queensland. The way we support stolen generations throughout the process is gently, respectfully, and without trying to rush them. Each person's story is unique and it's a privilege to be trusted with it. My job is to create a safe space where people can share their stories when they're ready to do so. Obviously, if you know the history of our nation and what Indigenous people have been through, having a service like ours is kind of vital in people's journeys in life in general, and reconnecting them with what they've lost and who they've lost and that sense of identity.
Our reunions are moments of emotion, tears, relief, joy, and sometimes grief. But through every journey there is healing. Clients rediscover family bonds, reconnect with culture, and find a sense of belonging they never thought possible.
It's knowing the unknown, knowing what you should have known in the first place, knowing where you belong. I think that just the belonging, knowing where you're from, is a huge thing in my life, and I'm sure with others as well.
The Link Up to me have done a good job, really good, and I'm so happy with them. And like, you know, before that I was always, am I a real genuine Aboriginal? You know, where's my identity? I don't have an identity. I say I'm Aboriginal, am I a gammon one? You know, that's how I was feeling all these years. And for them to reconnect me to my people, that's an amazing thing.
Finding family is everything. As a human being, that's where we come from. A family. Not having that security or sense of knowledge and balance in your life of history means you're lost. In some ways you're lost. Link Up have helped me gather information about my family tree. They've got the basic grounding for all my relatives, going back to maybe 4 or 5 generations before, and all the offspring from those people.
Family is connection, community and culture. At Link Up Queensland, we continue to walk alongside our clients, helping them strengthen their identities in cultural pride and belonging. Reunions are just the beginning. Healing is an ongoing process. That's why Link Up Queensland provides holistic support, including counselling, cultural reconnection and healing camps. Safe spaces for reflection and support. There are still survivors of the stolen generations who have not yet found their way home. Our motto remains unchanged, still bringing them home. Even after 40 years, our mission continues because we have much work ahead to help every survivor reconnect with their identity, heritage, culture and family.